Welcome back to the Midnight Who Show, and tonight I'm going to be reviewing Broken Memories, the 4th volume in the classic Doctor's New Monsters series from Big Finish. I'm a huge fan of this series. I think there's a lot of creative stories in all 4 of these volumes, but I think this one is my new personal favorite. All 4 of these stories are highly creative, and they use the new series monsters in such a really fascinating way, and they definitely expand upon their appearances from the television show. Like the other 3 volumes, this box set contains 4 more adventures featuring various incarnations of the Doctors, and they are Invasion of the Body Sealers by Jonathan Morris, featuring the 4th Doctor and Sarah, The Queen of Clocks by Jacqueline Rayner, featuring the 6th Doctor and Mel, The Silent Priest, featuring the 8th Doctor, and The Silent City, featuring the 7th Doctor. Both of these were written by David K. Barnes, and makes for a very interesting 2-parter to conclude this volume. The first story used Harmony Shaw really well. They definitely expanded upon their appearances on the television show, and we get to see a lot of more about how they can manipulate themselves into an environment and kind of slowly take over. This was a highly enjoyable story, and I had a blast listening to it. It definitely felt to me like a 1950s science fiction movie, and that was great. I also enjoyed all these characters that were in this one, but my personal favorite highlight of the story is to hear more of the 4th Doctor and Sarah. Sadie Miller does a great job bringing Sarah Jane to life again on audio. And the duo is just as good as always, and it's just a really great start to this box set. The second story was not my favorite, but it was still really well written. I really liked the atmosphere that was present throughout the story with, of course, the clock ticking and some really unique characters in this very different type of setting. The clockwork droids were not something I could ever see being expanded upon. You know, in the TV show, they very seem like a one-time villain. But in this story, they do some very different things with it, and I definitely enjoy listening to it. It definitely was a new take on these monsters for the Doctor to face. And it was great to have another 6th Doctor and Mel story. We had a Lock Colin last month, and this was another highlight. I really enjoyed the last 2 stories. They've made for a very unique 2-parter, as we have 2 Doctors visiting Sunset City at different points. And they actually go in a little bit different order, because the 8th Doctor shows up in the past, and the 7th Doctor is in the future. And I really like that approach, and it definitely makes for a very interesting listening experience. I think the story used the silence really well in this kind of connection, their connection to the church with the priest, and how they are brought to life on audio is done really well. They're very sinister sounding, and I really like that exploration of those memories being kind of broken as you look away from them. The 7th Doctor story I thought was really well written, and I think I actually enjoyed it more than the first part. And we get to see a really more older version of the 7th Doctor, and we get to see them at a different point in their life. Overall, Broken Memories is another phenomenal box set from Big Finish. I absolutely enjoy listening to it. It definitely uses these new series monsters in a really creative way and expands upon their television appearances and makes for some really great listens, and I would highly recommend this box set. Have you guys listened to Broken Memories? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.